All right, so number one, we're to graph 2x plus y is equal to 8 on the axis. And the first thing I notice is that we have a standard form equation. But I really want to have a slope-intercept form equation, because that gives me the slope and the y-intercept. So I want my equation y equals mx plus b. So to get the y by itself, I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. And I get y is equal to 8 minus 2x. Now, at this point, I would really love to find the y-intercept on the graph, and then use the slope of -2 down to right 1 to find my other points. So let's see, if this is the origin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, you know what? I don't go all the way up to 8. That is a problem, isn't it? So that means to get the y-intercept on there, I really have to count by 2's. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So here's my y-intercept. And again, my slope is -2, so it's down 2 over 1. Now, for this to work, this line also has to be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And I will rinse and repeat. Down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1. And then I'll connect the dots. So then, when it comes time for my other equation, of course they give it in standard form again. So I have y minus, oh my goodness, this is going to drive me crazy, folks. You have x minus y is equal to -2. So I'm going to add y to both sides. So I have -2 plus y is equal to x. And I will add 2, add 2. So I get y is equal to x plus 2. So here's my v value, here's my m. And my m value is the number in front of the x, which in this case is a 1. So 2. So my y-intercept's 2, and up 1 over 1, up 1 over. So now it's time to see where they cross. For C, find the solution, which is where the lines cross. So I can see clearly that they cross at 2, 4. Question 2. Use the substitution method to solve the system. So I'm going to rewrite the system. So I have 3x minus y is equal to 19, and I also have x minus y is equal to 11. So I'm going to add y to both sides so I can isolate one of my variables. Now I could isolate any of the variables I choose, although I would not suggest isolating the 3x, because 3x obviously you're going to give fractions for, right? So you get x is equal to 11 plus y, so then I plug this in. So 3 times 11 plus y minus y is equal to 19. Distribute, so we have 33 plus 3y minus y is equal to 19. We're going to combine similar terms, so I get the y's together. So then I'm going to subtract 33, subtract 33. So I get 2y is equal to 33 minus 19. The easiest way to do this would be minus 20, so it should be 13, but 19 is, so it's going to be 14. So then divide by 2. 2. So we get y is equal to 7. Now we're not done, because we need to figure out what x is equal to. So we know, set up the answer, y is equal to 7, and so x would have to equal something that is 7 more than 11. No. So it would be 18? No, that doesn't make sense. So, I believe I may have made an error. which would be a bummer because then I have to redo the whole thing, which I really don't want to do. So let's see where it is so that we can move on. This is a good lesson on why you should do first things first. Should have done this before. Oh, come on. Oh my goodness gracious, I forgot my negative sign here. It's amazing how those little negatives will end up changing things. So y is equal to -7. Sorry for the delay. It took a while to find it, but we got there, right? So then we know that x minus y is equal to 11. And so x minus -7 is equal to 11. Subtracting negative is the same as adding a positive. So x plus 7 is equal to 11. And so -7 minus 7. So x is equal to 4. So the lines will cross at 4, comma, -7. Number 3. The addition-subtraction method to solve the system. Anytime now. So what I would do here is rewrite the problem. 3x plus 2y is equal to 1. And we have x plus 2y is equal to 11. Now the trick here is we don't have opposites yet. We have the exact same numbers. So let's go ahead and subtract them. So subtracting is like multiplying everything by -1. So let's go ahead and do that. So we get 2x, this cancels out, and then we get that's equal to 10. So divide by 2 and we get x is equal to 5. So my answer is going to be 5, comma. My board's been acting up all day today, sorry about that. And so now we need to plug it in. So x is equal to 5, so we know that 5 plus 2y is equal to 11. I'll just use the bottom equation because it's less work for me. I'll subtract 5 from both sides, so I get 2y is equal to 6. Divide by 2 from both sides, and I get y is equal to 3. So there is my final answer. But wait a second. My goodness, I'm having troubles today. That's a negative, so here's my negative. Yikes, this is embarrassing. So x is equal to -5. Now the reason why I knew this was an error was I plugged in the numbers from my other equation and saw that clearly it wouldn't work. So that told me I should go back and check my negatives. So that's how I found it. Sorry about that. So then that makes this all useless. Sorry. So then I'm going to go and plug in -5 for x. So I have -5 plus 2y is equal to 11. So then I add 5 to both sides. So you get 2y is equal to, oh my gosh, 16. So divide by 2, you get, my God, y is equal to 8. That's what I meant. Okay, number 4. Let's see if we can go through this with no board errors and no errors by the silly teacher. So I notice here that we don't have opposites, but if I multiply this top equation by 3, I will get my opposites. So I'm going to multiply this whole thing by 3. 3 times 2x is 6x. 3 times 3y is 9y. And that's equal to 1. And then I'm going to rewrite the original equation. So these will cancel out, so I get 11x. Oh my goodness. And 3 times 1 is 3. And so I add them together. I get 11. Divide by 11. divided by 11. So x is equal to 1. So we have 1 comma something. So we plug in the 1, so we have 2 times 1 plus 3 times y is equal to 1. So we have 2 plus 3y is equal to 1 minus 2 minus 2. So 3y is equal to negative 1. So then I divide both sides by 3. Divide by 3. So y is equal to negative 1/3. So they cross at 1 comma negative 1/3. All right, now we're getting somewhere. So number 5, solve any way we want. I am definitely a bigger fan of the multiplication and addition and subtraction method, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. So we have a plus b is equal to, I distribute the 2, 2b plus 10. So then let's get the b's together. So I have a, I'm subtracting 2b, so I get a minus b is equal to 10. So that wasn't really too bad to get into standard form. So I have a minus b minus a is equal to 10. In my other equation, I have a minus 2b is equal to 4. And so to get some opposites, the easiest thing to do would be to multiply the bottom or top equation by negative 1. So I'll do the top equation. That changes the signs for all of them. And so the a's will cancel out, and we will have negative b is equal to negative 6. So in this case, b is equal to 6. So then I need to plug that in. So if b is equal to 6, I'm going to plug it into my top equation right here. So I have a is equal to, a minus 2 times 6 is equal to 4. 2 times 6 is 12. So a is equal, minus 12 is equal to 4. Add 12 to both sides, so a is equal to 16. So my final answer is 16 comma 6. So there is your first page, signed, sealed, and delivered.